was George Lucas's story, it was his film, and I quite respect the idea of a filmmaker choosing to maintain control over his films. And you only need to look at George Lucas's work before Star Wars to realise how important it was for him to get the final edit, for him to get that control. So I understand how he was shaped into that person that always wanted to better his work, that wanted to make changes to his work. And I am going to say this so controversially, so many of the changes are very good in later releases. Whether I'm not talking about the blatantly obvious CGI moments, or as I moaned about R2-D2 behind the rocks, the changes you don't notice, whether it be cleaning up James Earl Jones's voice, is that the audio from the showing last night? I don't think so. I don't know if the lines were re-recorded, but I know that George Lucas has worked on remastering that to make it sound better, to make it work better, the score and everything in between. There are so many great changes to the Star Wars films. It is the ones we dislike that have always overshadowed them. And it raises once more that question of availability. Should this be accessible? If this was accessible for everybody to see in this exact way, I'd have no problem with that personally. But I think there would be some like me somewhat agreeing that actually this was a good idea to do this, or this wasn't a good idea, that shouldn't have happened. There's conversations to be had, and that's why I'm gutted that I wish I knew more people who had seen this, because I just love to discuss it with them. I'm probably a minority, maybe I'm a little bit younger, and because I'm a prequel quid it's a bit different, but you know, I had an attachment to the VHSs and there were changes made, and I think as you know the industry has evolved, those films have evolved with them. And yeah, there's so many conversations to be had on what should and shouldn't be done in that respect. So